What's up, everybody? It's Dr. G. I hope you guys are doing good. Guys, I do want to thank y'all for subscribing, your comments, your questions, your emails, everything. I thank you guys so much. So let's keep working on this journey. Anyway, today, guys, I wanted to come on and talk about something interesting, okay? And I find it interesting just because I think this is a topic that's really relevant to a lot of people that are in residency and then dealing with the stress of residency. So a few days ago, I was out with a few friends and the question came up, and the question was, how does one really even deal with the stress of residency? Just because we all know residency is stressful, and there are also other things that go into that stress itself, right? And also the mental health aspect of it. So we talked about it, and then it got me thinking. I said to myself, I'm sure there are also a lot of people that are wondering, what do you do to deal with the stress of residency? So that's what I'm going to talk about today from my own perspective, okay? How you deal with that stress. Because there's a lot of expectation on you to perform well. I mean, you are a doctor, even though you were a trainee doctor and everything, but there's a lot of expectation. I tell people, when everyone hears, oh, you were a doctor, it's like you've been set at that pedestal, and people forget that you're still human, right? You're still, fallible human. You can make mistakes and stuff like that, but my goodness, the expectation on you, the responsibility, it's a huge one, and you are required to deliver no matter what. At the same time, you are still human, like I said, and you are bound to go through the stress just like everybody else. It's also important for us to find ways to deal with it. Another thing that's also worth mentioning is, so besides just saying that residency is stressful, there are other programs where people have to deal with other kind of mental health situations. I know there are a few programs where if people have even had to commit suicide just because the stress of it got to them and all that stuff. So it's a big deal. Anyway, today I will be talking about what I do to relieve stress in residency. So for me, I'll say the number one thing when it comes to dealing with the stress of residency is to focus less on residency related activities. So when I'm not scheduled to work, I don't want to be at the hospital. I don't want to be around there for any reason. I completely want to remove myself from that area just so I can sort of tell myself that, listen, you're not scheduled to work. You're not scheduled to work. Just go find something else to do and occupy your time. So that's one of the things I try to do. And as far as what I do, there are a lot of things that in residency, you have the residents that you and them, y'all get along real good. And most times they plan resident activities where all of you guys will go out, go hang out, like bowling, any kind of wellness activity. We also have yoga and things like that people go to do. Personally, for me, I'm not a yoga person. You're not going to catch me doing yoga, but there are other things I do like to do though. Exercise is a big one. Just piggybacking off of yoga, I said, let's talk about exercise. That's really a good one. For us here, yeah, sometimes I'm too tired to even exercise, but there are some days I do go ahead and exercise at the gym that's actually in my apartment where I live here. That's one. But the other thing that I try to do is to find an outlet, right? So my outlet is doing this. So YouTube, so making YouTube videos and stuff like that. The other outlet I have is talking to family. Talking to family is really a big one when it comes to relieving stress. That really helps a great deal. And another outlet too is even besides family, because guys, to be honest, sometimes family, they don't even get it because it takes somebody that is in this situation to really understand your struggle. So most times I'll even talk to other friends that are dealing with the same stress, because it's more like we share our misery. You know what they say, misery loves company. So another thing that I like to do also is to use one of the meditation apps. So my favorite meditation app is actually Calm. My gosh, guys, y'all need to give that a try. It can be a bit expensive, but I do love it. And then our residency program pays for one of the meditation apps. I think ours is called Mindfulness, if I'm not mistaken. But there are so many different meditation apps out there, especially now with COVID. A lot of times you're not really able to go out and do what you really want to do, to interact with people and stuff like that. So most times meditating is another good way, to relieve stress, all that pent up stress that you've gone through the entire week. Using these apps really help. I know for me personally, I love Calm. Again, most of us in our program, we do like these meditation apps because we found that they really help, especially if you're alone, you're by yourself, stuff like trying to find a way to relax and just forget about all of this whole stress of residency. And so we've talked about exercise, so pick whatever works for you. Some people like Pilates, some like yoga, some like aerobics. Another thing besides exercise, I do love to dance. So most times I'll more like learning new dance moves and stuff like that. And currently I'm actually learning the jerk dance. I know I'm probably the last one that's still learning the jerk dance, but guys, it's exciting. I've been too busy, okay? Don't judge. I've been too busy. But yes, I'm just learning the jerk dance right now. But that's another thing, because you'll be amazed how happy, how relieved, how de-stressed you get when you're able to dance. Just kind of get the stress off of you. You know what I mean? So the other thing is good old Netflix. Let's not forget a good old Netflix, right? So watching maybe nice sitcoms, whatever interests you, comedy, stuff like that. Me personally, another thing that I like to watch, like funny videos on YouTube. I do like watching Bra Shaggy because he is funny. So find something that takes your mind away from the stress. That way you keep going one day at a time. I'll probably say this is the most important aspect of everything I'm going to talk about today. If you do find yourself at that point where you're so stressed out, anxious, depressed, to the point where your mental health does not allow you to function, guys, you have to reach out to somebody. You have to seek professional help. It's really appalling how mental health has been so stigmatized, and most times people don't even want to come out and seek help because of the social stigma that, oh, okay, a lot of people even see that as a sign of weakness because you're reaching out saying that, you know, you're not in a good place mentally. But you do have to reach out. Read up on Reddit. You see people like have committed suicides and other residency programs. Thank goodness that's not the case for where I'm at. But it happens. People get to the point, you get to your lowest of the low where you're like, listen, it's not even worth moving on anymore. So when you get to that point, guys, I highly recommend that you reach out to somebody. You reach out and seek professional help. All of this stuff that you do, the hard work, everything that you put into being where you are today, all of that becomes worthless if your mind is not right to keep going. If your mind is not together, if your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit are not together to keep pushing, all of that becomes worthless. So guys, when you get to that point where you feel like I am struggling mentally, by all means reach out and seek professional help. We all know residency is stressful. They expect you to be the best of the best of the best. But there are days where, and I'll be honest, there are days where I'm like, I don't want to be here. This is ridiculous. But then I realize this is the only way. So we got to keep pushing, guys. We got to keep pushing, and we can do this. And when it gets so stressful that you don't even know what to do, you call somebody. You call somebody and say something. And guys, remember, no matter where you are, whether in residency, your job, wherever it is, there will always be people around you that will try to get under your skin, but you don't let them. You don't let them. You just say to yourself, ooh, I'm too fly to let you get under my skin, baby. And you keep it moving. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here, guys. Just wanted to let you guys know residence is stressful. We all know that, but we do find ways to try to deal with this stress at every point in time. And we are relying on each other to make it. So until next time, my people, I will talk to you guys later. Please do not forget to smash that subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys later.